It's for page 95. First, قضاء صلوات الفائتة. Yeah. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله والصحبه أجمعين. So read. Start. Excuse me, let's know. أيوة. فصل قضاء الصلوات الفائتة. قضاء الصلوات الفائتة. نعم. شيخ يريد. يجب قضاء ما في ذمتي. ولا يهيل له ضرر. طيب, stop there. يجب, what does it mean? يجب. You must. Now who are we talking about? Al-Mukallaf. And who is he? That's right. That is the average Muslim. The average Muslim who has been obligated by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make what? To perform a salah. Under normal circumstances, a salah ought to be performed when? At its prescribed period. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells that inna salata kanat al mu'minin kitaban. What does it mean? Prescribed, obligatory, mandatory. Now, mawqutan, at appointed times. So if you perform your salah and not at the appointed time, what does it mean? It means you have disobeyed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is a prohibition, and that is punished by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You have thwarted, ignored the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So under normal circumstances, every Muslim that is a mukallaf has to make salah at the appointed time. If not, then he exposes himself to what? To the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which you don't want to happen. So what does mean that yajibu qadwa? So the qadwa here, what does it mean? And what is the significance of the qadwa here? That's right. In other words, now maybe under some certain circumstances that may be above your control, or maybe you slept, maybe something happens that you are not able to perform the salah at the right time, not out of disobedience, but it happens. Maybe you forget, you are engaged in maybe conversations, maybe business, certain things happen, and then you forget to make your salah. Or maybe you slept and then you overslept. Does it happen or not? It is possible, it happens. So then you couldn't make the salah at the right time. Does that mean that the salah is all over? You are not going to make the salah again? That salah that you missed, you have to make it. So how do you make it up? That is the chapter. How to make up salah. Not the one who has intentionally chose not to make the salah at the right time. Right? But the person who has, with all good intention, now, due to certain circumstances under his and above his control, he couldn't make the salah. Qadwa, how to make it up. Literally, qadwa means to pay. To pay. You have to pay. Now, but how to make it up? Now. So he says, yajibu qadwa ma fi dhimmat. Azimati here will mean what? Will mean what? Azimma. What he has been his obligation. Now, the covenant he has with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the trust that is undertaken upon himself, right? To discharge the trust in the manner prescribed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So in order to offset, in order to take care of that dhimma, in order to discharge it out of the salawat, you have to obey these rules. How do you do that? That is what we are talking about. So, wallahi lahu atafritu fiha, it is haram. It is not allowed to neglect the what? The making up of what? prayers that you missed now. So now here is the first step. Let us go on. Go ahead. Very good. So here is very simple. Woman sola kula yom. What does it mean? Woman sola kula yom. Every day, 5 times a day, falesa. Exactly. What does it mean? This is the literal meaning, and this is the linguistical meaning, this is grammatical meaning. It's very simple Arabic, and it's understood now. But legally, what does it mean? So what we are saying is that anyone who makes salah 5 times a day, then he's not negligent. What does it mean? You can mean we say, huh? This is why it is very significant, very important that we take knowledge from what? The scholars. So in the fiqh, this is what happens. Now we are talking about how to make up the salah. That are what? That are missing. That are missed. That are missed. We miss them. Now, so how do you make it? Every day he makes 5 times a day, then he has discharged his duty. What is the context of that? When you miss salah, it could be maybe in a day. How many salah are to be performed in a day? 5. So you miss the salah for 5 days. Meaning you miss the whole salah for 5 days. How do you do it? Does it happen? We have been hearing from people that this is such a person, he missed salah, he also make salah for such a time, long time indeed. But assuming just 5 days, he didn't make the salah. What do you do? How do you go about it? 21st salah. How do you go? How are you going to do it? Very good. You see now. So he said. So this is how it happens. So in each day, assuming maybe 5 salah. So each day you make what? 5 times 5 salah in a day. So assuming today, right now we are having what? What salah have you made salah right now? With Maghrib. So assuming you missed yesterday, for example, 5 times a day, all the salah yesterday. Today you have made Maghrib. What comes after Maghrib? Isha. So I'm going to make the Isha of what? Yesterday, right? And then you make what? Maghrib, and then what? How many times? 5 times. Are you okay? It's okay, and you are not okay. Okay, that's fine. Now, you owe a day's salah. A day's salah amounts to how many salah? 5. How do you make it? For maybe you were, so something happened, and we forgot. We didn't make your salah yesterday. Yesterday you didn't make salah, but you have to pay. You have to make up for them. How are you going to make it? Each day that you make salah, any salah, you have to make what? 5 times of salah. 5 times salah in that day. 5 times, all the 5 times, right? In a day. So, here's the procedure. Today you make Maghrib. We have made Maghrib right now. Assume you owe salah. You owe the salah of yesterday. And how many salah contained in yesterday? 5. So, today you make today's 5. Today Maghrib. Then you pick up what? Normally, be tertib, orderly, in an orderly fashion. After Maghrib, what happens? Isha. So, you are not going to make the Isha right now, because the Isha right now is not due. Is it time for Isha right now? No. But you have an obligation to what? To make this, make for the Salah. So you bring what? The Salah that comes after Maghrib. What Salah comes after Maghrib? Isha. So make Isha, but Isha of yesterday. After Isha, what comes? and then answer. So you have done it. And then the Maghrib that you didn't make, right? Does it make sense to you? A lot of sense, right? It's beautiful. That is the meaning of what? وَمَنْ صَلَّى كُلَّ يَوْمٍ خَمْسَةَ أَيَّامٍ فَلَيْسَ بِمُفَرِّطٍ. Now, that's the clause. So keep it in mind. And it makes it a lot easier because there are some who not only miss one day of Salah, but sometimes 2 days, 3 days. How are you going to make it? I'm asking you. Although if not because of this, just a minute. If this procedure has not been stated, how do you think we will go about making it? This is when you are not sure. You are not sure of how many days. It happens also that you are not sure of the days that you missed. There's an opinion. What was is an opinion that you keep making it until you are satisfied. As we go on, what you are saying, it comes out then. Others are saying, no, maybe if it is too much, you make a stick far and that does it. But here, we are being told that we get what? Take care of them because you cannot discount those because they are obligatory upon us now. It happens. And then you wake up. Are you not going to make Salah? You have to make Salah. Because Salah sha'nuha azim. Salah is not an easy matter. It's huge indeed. Everyone has to make Salah on all circumstances, everywhere, irrespective of what situation you are in. Even you have to make Salah if you are, go for it. Even this Fiqh is telling us that even if you don't have anything to cover your shame, say make Salah in that manner. Why? Because Salah is so an arkan Salah, arkan Islam is so obligatory, individual obligation. We cannot leave it. Yes. That's right. And then he wakes up, and then he comes back. He's resuscitated, right? He comes back to life. He still owes that. He has to make Salah. Yes. You are not forgiven. There's a small opinion that says that you astaghfirullah, that kind of thing. But in Malikiya, you have to make it. So that's what it is. That is why this method is enshrined. You get to make it now. You may not be sure of the actual days. Keep making it until you become satisfied. These Salah rakas that I have done may be sufficient. Alhamdulillah, you are forgiven. Yes. We get to make all up. You have to make all up. Yes. Only one opinion. But this is the method. You have to make all of them. If you are sick, for example, you can't make Salah at that time. Maybe you don't know where you are. You are in a coma. You wake up, that Salah still is your dhimma. It's not forgiven yet. You have to discharge it. That is the nature of Salah. Even if you are at war, you got to make Salah. You are sick, you got to make Salah. If you can't make wudu at all, if you cannot even make tayammum, all your limbs are crushed, but you have your heart, you have your eye, you can go ahead and make Salah. But initially, no. Initially, you have to make Salah in the manner that it has been prescribed. And then when certain things happen, some hindrances occur, then you have to follow the process and methodology, and then you are rewarded. Allah is forgiving and will forgive, inshallah. Who's sane, yeah, you are. Consciousness only gives you respite, not to account for what? The fact that you are not able to what? Make it on time. But in its totality, you are not what? Exonerated from the discharge of the salah. You understand? Very simple. If you are insane, well, majnoon, hatta yufiq. But you will come back to the go because you are still a Muslim. This is a Muslim. No. So a Muslim, you are sick, I can't make salah, I'm going to the surgery. You come back out of the surgery. So if you are incapacitated, of course, and you can't make the salah on time, when you are fit now, you go ahead and make the salah. So it is not for you until what you breathe your way, you breathe your last. Now, okay. Yes, mashallah. Say that again. Oh no, go ahead. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, yes, go on. ويجوز القضاء That's 98. The next page. 96, okay. Maybe I don't have it. Maybe I don't have it. Maybe it's all messed up, right? Okay. Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry I don't have it. So go ahead. You can share it. Okay. Go ahead. Ma fatatu. Stop there. Oyakudiha. Ha refers to what? As-salah al-faita. That's very good. Nahwe. The way what? The way that it has missed it. What does it mean? In the order and the circumstances. Now, and the nature also. طيب, go on. In كان حضارية. What does it mean? What came? حضارية حضور. So it came. What came? This is what Arab grammarians do. But Fuqaha, they don't talk like that. Hadariya, we have to set for the meaning. Hadariya yani as-salah allati tusaliha fi waqtiha. That's what we call Hadariya. As-salah that you make on time. If it's right now we have made Maghrib. At what time? إذا نعم صليناها حضرية. Right? Now, that's what you call in كانت حضرية قضاها حضرية. If for example you are traveling, very interesting indeed. You are traveling to Columbus, for example. Are you allowed to make qasr? Yes? No, I'm asking. It's fine, no. So we should make qasr, inshallah. We've got to make qasr. There's discount that Allah has bestowed upon us. Now, so listen, very careful. You so that you are caught in qasr over there, right? Like the asr, for example. How many rakas are you supposed to make when you are in Columbus? 2. You are supposed to make it. For one reason or another, wallahu a'lam, I don't know, but you know your reasons. Maybe you forgot. So you come back to Cleveland. That's all you go to make up for or not? You are going to make for. How? Are you laughing? It's a serious matter. It's nothing he said, shaking his head. You understand it? And if you understand it, explain to us. Oh yes, this is Hadariya. Hadariya. إن كانت حضارية يعني لما كنت في يعني كولومبوس أصبحت تلك الصلاة حضارية. إذا رجعت إلى كليفلاند كيف تقضيها؟ حضارية. It is safe. Are you okay? No. You don't feel comfortable doing that. In the first place, don't feel comfortable in making the castle over there. Go for the hub. Like Columbus. You have time, you are an able body, you are not incapacitated. Why can't you make 4 rakahs of asr? Huh? And so you don't feel comfortable when you are shortening it? Oh, don't say. Are you comfortable when you have a very beautiful face, right? You take sand like this and then rub your face with the sand. Did you do that? You don't rub your face with sand? Huh? So you don't do thermal. And then the remnants, the vestiges of the sand you put in your face. Oh, so that's the situation. That's the situation. Well, these are. That's right. That is why Islam, you don't always use your mind. You don't just use your mind. You just follow the law, follow the sunnah of Islam.
Is this like the Jumhur opinion?
Yes, yeah. Oh, yes, mashallah. So that's what it is. So I wish Adam is here. He is the chief of Malikiya. Okay. So that's what it means. In كانت حضارية قضاها حضارية. طيب. Do you understand? Mashallah. Go on. No. Now, so safariyatan is what? It's when you travel. Now, you travel. So here you are, for example, we made Maghrib. There's someone who may be sleeping. Last time but somebody might be sleeping. If he wakes up, he wants to make Salah. How many rakas? Maghrib. Okay, maybe at Asr. Asr, how many rakas? Asr. He wakes up, he forgot that he never made Asr. And then he wants to make Asr. How many rakas? 4 rakas. Now, that's why Rasulullah said that Man nasiya salatan falyusalliha idha zakaraha. No, anytime you forget a salah, you have to make it up, spread it at any time, as soon as you remember. Now, don't waste time at all. Now, طيب. Continue. Subhanallah, here's another issue. What tertibu? Now here, what's tertibu here? Other than this. Can you put in order the salah for us? Oh, fine. So, this also has to be ensured. You don't make Maghrib before Asr. But you don't make Asr before what? Before Zuhr. So anytime you want to make Salah, even if you want to make up for it, you have to observe this. Now, this opens a lot of issues. Hold on. Now, that's funny. So, Hadra, like Maghrib, Asr, Hadra, you want to make Salah. Now, you did not make Asr, you come to Maghrib. It's time for Maghrib. What do you do? This Hanabila said something like that, but with this Malikiya. He said that no matter what happens, you get to what? Make your Asr what? Before you make your Maghrib. They have a good dalil on that. Because there was a time when Rasulullah it was tough at the time of Ahzab, and then the Rasulullah made Salah, and after he had made the Salah, it was time for Asr. It was time for Maghrib. He made Maghrib. Now, but I didn't make Asr. Now, so it goes that was reported by, it is Sahih Muslim. So, Bilal, فأذن بلال فصلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يعني صلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم المغرب وبعد أن فرغ منها قال هل علم أحد منكم أن صليت العصر قالوا يا رسول الله ما صليتها فأمر المؤذن بالصلاة فصلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم العصر ثم عاد المغرب. What does it mean? This is their opinion. It came into the hadith. He said that so Rasul at the time of Hasab, he made what? Maghrib without making Asr. As soon as he finished, he said that can anyone say or remembers that I have made Asr? So yeah, Rasul, you didn't make Asr. All that you made is what? Maghrib. Then he ordered right now, Bilal, to make it a Qama. When he made a Qama, what did Rasul say? Then he made the Asr, and then what does it mean? What does it show? If that is okay, like we are saying, then Maghrib, you had made Maghrib already, now you can make Asr. That would be sufficient. That would have been sufficient. But he made Asr and then what? Repeated the Maghrib because he did not follow what? The arrangement laid down by him himself. It was also who laid down the what? The tertib, the arrangement, the orderly succession of the salawat. Are we okay? Now, so now you come. You want to make the salah? No. You owe what? The previous salah. You get to make that previous salah before you make the current salah. This is the tertib. Are you okay with that? No.
I have one caveat. We were just talking about if you missed the salawat from the day before. So the tartib is by the day or is it only by the tartib? So what does the tartib mean? So that means I have to make all of my salawat from yesterday before I can start making my salawat from today. And what is that? How far does it go?
When it's time for the salah. You make salah when it's time for the salah. You make salah when it's time for salah. So yes, you make the salah each time it is time for salah. Now, it's time for Maghrib. Then you make the Maghrib. And then you bring what? All the previous salah, yesterday's salah. And when you come to Isha, you make your Isha, and then you bring what? That's the method. So by then, anytime you make salah, you make what? 5 days, 5 times of salawat in a day. So each day you make, it covers what? The 5 unanswered, prayed what? Rakas, salawat. Now, so that's how we are. Are we okay? You see, even if the work to al-hadira, in other words, it's going to expire. That's okay. They are okay with it. If you are scared that the time of the present salah is going to expire, so be it. But you have to what? Bring the missing one first before you go ahead. Yes, it will show you all. No, go ahead. Well, they say this is wajib. What is wajib? Unless you forget it. Wajib man dhikr. If you know that you remember that you have not made that salah, you have to make it. You see how salah is very powerful. We cannot afford to play with it at all. Now, what you're still here, in other words, Arba Salawat. You're still here, in other words, we are talking about a short period of time. You have time is susceptible what? To period. Short period, medium, and then what? Protracted period. What will you see, was just yesterday, for just maybe a day or two, which mean that four or maybe 4 rakas, four salah, maybe Asr, Zuhr, and then Maghrib, just 4. It's not much now. So when you want to make any of these, get to make them before what? You make what? The Al-Hadra, the present Salah. Now. Go on. فأقل قبل الحاضرة. Stop there. Now, what does it mean? أين الفقهاء؟ Knock your heads together to bring out the answer. About how many Salah? 4. Now, 4. Either 4 or less than 4. Fa'aqal means 4 or less. Now, before what? Here's the scenario. Right now, we are going to make Maghrib, for example. Maghrib. Now, name 4 rakas before Maghrib, or 4 salawat before Maghrib. No. That's right. Can you imagine? What are you going to do? Based upon our procedure, what are you going to do? Yes, Maghrib. You make. That's where we are heading towards. That is where we are. Because you have to observe that arrangement. Now, that is very powerful. Now, that is very powerful. No. Wallahi. You have to blame yourself because you allow yourself what? Not to. That's right. That's what they say. Malikiya is very what? Strict, very strict. So they say it's hard, That's right. It's for people like Shaykh and then people like Safe. Now, strong men. That's Malikiya, right? You get to make it. That's right. Here's another issue. ويجوز القضاء في كل وقت. What does it mean? Anytime. When you want to make qadwa, irrespective of the time, irrespective of whether this time is prohibited or not, you get to make it. For example, there's the truth that when the sun is rising from in the morning, you don't make salah, right? And when the sun is setting, you don't make salah, right? But when you have a qadwa, at the zenith. But when it is qada, it doesn't matter. You have to make it. Now, this is the hadith in which our Rasul said that Man adraka min as-subh rakatan qabla tulu'i shams faqad adraka as-subh. Wa man adraka al-asr qabla Gurubi Shams faqad adraka al-asr. What does it mean? It means that when the sun, if you want to make fajr, and then it is close to the rising of the sun. When the sun rises, you are not going to make salah. It's prohibited. But you start making the salah, right? And then then the sun starts to rise. It doesn't matter what happens. You are considered to be what? Someone who has discharged his duty. Yes. So it goes to the time of haram, right? You start with what? But shortly before what? The rising of the sun. When someone is rising, you don't make salah. You start your first rakah from the just before the rising of the sun. But you end up when at the rising of the sun. Faqad adraka salah. You see the point? So, in this case, what? You have made your salah on time. Exactly. But yes, you have made your salah on time. No, by the time you found out, salah was out. Yes. So you can make a long surah. So you know it's about to come. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. But Allah is merciful. You see, you came and then it is up. The sun is coming up. But it is not up yet. But you have to start. You shouldn't say, I'm going to wait. No. Start, and then you shall be considered someone who has made the salah on time. You shall may Allah make it easy. That's what it is. So, and also, there's another hadith in which Rasulullah he has said that he has made the salah. He was walking, was traveling with some of the companions. Subhanallah. And then they were overcame. In other words, they were overcome. In other words, they fell asleep. As difficulties, so much difficulties. You can't believe it. And we say this before humility, but it happened. Rasulullah and Qatada, Qatada, one of the companions, said, "No, can you make salah? Can you sleep?" He was just trying to sort of make sure that they stay awake, but they couldn't bear the rigors of the traveling. So they slept. They took a nap. Oh, by the time they are aware, the sun is already up. They made a statement that they have to move away because Shaitan has seen this value. So they made the salah after the sun is up, right? So here is the issue. Our Rasul said that فَأَمَرَ الْمُؤَذِّنُ فَأَقَامَ الصَّلَاةَ فَصَلَّى رَسُولُ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ رَكْعَتَيْنِ ثُمَّ صَلَّى الْغَدَاءَ فَصَنَعَ مَا كَانَ يَصْنَعُ كُلَّ يَوْمٍ. What does it mean? No, in the normal circumstances, our Rasul he will make what? Rak'atay Fajr, the Sunnah. What? Before Fajr. Before the Fajr. Right now, the sun is up. It doesn't matter. You have to what? Make the salah. Even if the sun is rising, it doesn't matter. Anytime you are up, whether the sun is rising or setting, you have to make your salah. This is the issue. Some people, this is one issue that people ask a lot about. They say that, what if you go to bed and then you wake up, at the time you wake up the sun is rising, how do you make your salah? What are some of the opinions that you have heard? Anyone? I'm asking a question right now. Now, you go to bed, you wake up, you fail to get up at the time early enough for Fajr. By the time you wake up, the sun is rising. What do you do? Pray. How do you pray? Pray. How do you pray? And then that's excellent. Any other opinion? This is the first time I'm hearing this. But what we have heard over time is that you don't make the Fajr Sunnah first. You go ahead and make the what? This opinion is debunked. Why? Yes, go ahead. So the issue is that once you are awake, how do you go to ensure tertib here? Don't forget. So what they say that no, don't make the sunnah first. No, the rak'at fajr sunnah. Don't make it first. Just go ahead and make what? Fajr. When you make it fajr, then later on what? You make the sunnah. You have not shown tertib. No. But this hadith is clear. So for Salah al-Ghadara is a rak'at fajr. Summa Salah. فصلى ركعتين ثم صلى الغداء الفجر الفرض فصنع ما كان يصنع كل يوم. So by that he had done what he has always been doing, and always what has he been doing? He makes what? The sunnah first before he makes a alpha. Are we okay? This is another issue. This is another issue. But well, it is accepted. No, because fard in this case, you have to go ahead and do the fajr. The fard, that is fard. This is not, it's not sunnah. Fard, go ahead and do the fard, and then go finish, then you go out and then do the sunnah. Now, but we are talking about tertib in terms of what? How they are attached together, and then you wake up by yourself. Then you have to, all of you, or either you yourself or Jama'ah, or the Jama'ah, you have to start what? Individually with your what? With the Sunnah, and then go and finish with the Fard, as did by our Rasul. Now, so this also clears it. Now, another point is that it says that it doesn't matter whether the sun is coming up or it is setting. In other words, you can make it at any time at all. Even though initially it is prohibited to make salah on these two times when the sun is coming, rising or setting. Now, but on occasions when you are going to make this type of salah, you can make it whatever time. And now also, I want to take you something else. The prohibited times, you know them, that kind of thing. But there's an opinion that says that even at some certain times, you might be able to make salah at the prohibited times. That is exceptional. And this opinion was championed by Shaykh Islam ibn Taymiyyah. Now, they say that, do you know what is called sababiyat? Sababiyat, they are the salat that are connected to occasions and reasons. For example, but some people don't like it. You don't want to, I know a mazhab, they don't like it at all. Now, but well, and Hanabila, they have accepted it. They say that when you come to the masjid, you have the right to make what? Tahiyyat al-masjid. Why? We ask you, no, but it is not time for this after Asr. It is sun is setting. No, you can't make salah at this time. You can say that because it is sababiyah, because what? It's attached and connected tenaciously to what? To a reason. And what is the reason? So in this case, it becomes okay. Number two, there's another form of salah which they call salat wudu. Well, they have created a terminology for it. They said that Bilal radiallahu anhu, one day our Rasul said to him that, can you tell me one of your actions that you used to make a lot? Because it has earned you the privilege of you going ahead of me. In what? Al-Jannah. Because I heard your footsteps ringing ahead of me, Al-Jannah. So what earned you this lofty and prestigious position? He said that Rasulullah, I make a lot of things. But one thing that I don't forget to do, anytime I make wudu, I make sure that I make at least 2 rakahs. What can be better than that? Anytime I make wudu, I make sure that with that wudu, I make salah. So it came to be known as what? Salat wudu. So, assuming, mashallah, we have made asr already, right? But Abu Karim feels he has to use the bathroom. He wants to follow the sunnah, so after the bathroom, we made your wudu. You come back after the wudu to the masjid. Can you make salah? Yes! And that salah, you call it what? Salat wudu. Irrespective of what? Of the time. Because that's what we call sababiyat. So a sababiyat, also it doesn't matter. You can make them at any time. At any time, but with reason. And this is one of those things that we are talking about. Now, it doesn't matter what time it is. Even though we know very well, ordinarily, you cannot willfully just go and make salah like in Nawafil. Ordinary Nawafil at these specific forbidden times. Are we okay? MashaAllah, yes. After Asr. Because the assumption is that after Asr, then the sun is beginning to show. You see, after Asr, the sun is beginning to show. It's what? After Asr, the sun is beginning to show. Because when the sun is beginning to show, because the sun is making its way rigorously, energetically to set. That is the time. That is the reason why. And you cannot pinpoint. If it's one minute or 2 minutes, maybe you can make it. And if it is fard, of course you have to make it. Doesn't matter. Fard, you have to make it as a matter of fact. There's no option. But if it's ordinary nafila, then you have to watch. Now, that is what we are talking about. Now, no, it doesn't. It doesn't fall. Yes.
So, the majority of it, isn't that for Dhuhr, 60 minutes you cannot pray, or is that you can pray?
He's talking to me, he's not talking to you. لا he's talking to me, inshallah. No, and that will, mashallah. Go ahead. Listen, it depends upon what is urfan. In other words, the people's circumstances. For example, Zuhr, people are going to work and things like that. No, when the salah sets in, they allow themselves maybe by 15 minutes. You can make it 20 minutes. You can make it 5 minutes. You can make it 10 minutes. There's nothing wrong with it. But you see 15 minutes is such time that it allows for full setting. Because you can't make salah at the zenith, right? So after the zenith, 15 minutes is enough for the sun to have fully slanted. It have shifted, and it becomes. And don't forget also that the best salah are also some when he was asked, "Are you amal after?" He said that salat li. Are you amal after? على وقتها الأول وقتها أو صلاة في رواية في أول وقتها أي الأعمال after what is the best of these is it a صلاة في أول وقتها what is أول وقت it was a question the earliest time so every salah has 3 compartments what are the compartments we have done that before وقت الحاضر أو وقت الاختياري and the وقت الضرورة ووقت القضاء وقت الاختياري that is the first compartment which 15 minutes is good enough to be the first compartment and this وقت الاختياري this is what every mukallaf every Muslim is supposed to make salah on right now we allow 5 minutes after the adhan of Maghrib. Why? Why didn't we allow 15 minutes after Maghrib? After Maghrib of the adhan. After adhan in Maghrib, why don't we allow 15 minutes after adhan in Maghrib? Very short. So it goes off, the way you think about issues. Now, even Isha, what is the best time of making Isha? The more you push it towards the tick of the night, the better it is. But here again, it goes to the people's circumstances. Now, this Masjid Uqbah, you can call it the Masjid of business. Masjid As-Suq. People come and pray, they go to their business, they find convenient, make salah, and they go away. They go to their residence. It's not a residential area. It's a business district. So people have to take into consideration that you are making salah with people with their workers. They are going to business. So you don't detain them in the masjid by what? By waiting for a protracted time before you make the salah. Are we okay? No. Are we okay, Brother Abdullah? Hey, what? أشياء بسيطة. أي فاهم؟ أنت فاهم؟ ما شاء الله كويس. So that's how it goes. So back to our issue now. So if Zuhr, it has its waqt ikhtiyari. Now this is the time that every salah, everybody must make salah. That's waqt ikhtiyari. Waqt darura, that is when it is gone. I mean, it's very close to going. The last compartment. And then when it is gone, that is the issue you have right now. Al-Qadha. You are going to make offer. No one should intentionally, advertently make salah what? At what work to qadwa. That is not good. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Ma'un, Shaykh, recite Surah Al-Ma'un for us. Surah Al-Ma'un. Ma'un, alam tar, Stop here. It says, Fawilun. What does it mean? Wait, what? Woe to those who make salah. So we are making salah. So woe to us. Think about it. Woe to us. We are making salah. We have got to make salah. Brother Abdul Karim. So woe to us, Musallin. Those who make salah. Woe to them. But there's a description there. Those who, the next ayah offers vivid description of those who are making salah. Not just everybody who's making salah, but there are certain people who can be identified with some wrong character, wrong behavior contained in the next ayah. Go ahead. الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ سَاهُونَ. What does it mean? Sahu. Those who are negligent of their salah, those who are what? Negligent of their salah. And this negligence of salah, it means a lot. I mean, there are those who don't make salah on time. They don't pray to the rules regarding what a salah. They wait, they do whatever they want to do. I mean, sometimes the salah walk to the door, even it's over, and then they go to make salah. That is not salah. But those who already make salah on what? On time, Allah refers to them as what? When muqimina salah. They establish salah. So there's a difference between what? Al-musallin wal muqimina salah. Are you okay? What is the difference? Al-muqimina salah, alladhina yuqimuna salah. Meaning they make salah at the right times fi waqti ikhtiyari. So that's why our last month he says that what? Fawailun. So wail to them, because they may not be ones who will be what? Making the salah on time. They wait until salah time is over, then you want to make their salah. Well, they have to make qadwa then. What is qadwa? Qadwa, it is quite frankly, other scholars believe in Athar that it is as soon as you make a walk to qadwa, it is like a mat that is folded, the salah, and then what? Thrown back at you. It's not good. But why did you then make it? Because you have to make it because of what is obligatory. If you don't make it at all, then you are tired of the salah. You have forgotten the salah. You have not made it at all. And that is even worse. So you have to make it because that it is a covenant that you have taken with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You have to discharge that covenant. هذه الأمانة التي أوردت على السماوات والأرض فأبين أن يحملنها وحملها أمثال. نعم. So some of the scholars tell us that what? That amana is salah. So you have to make it what? At the right time. That's why Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu, when it is time for salah, Muadh is making the adhan, and then it reaches hayya ala salah, his countenance changes, it becomes reddish. He said this is the amana that he has contracted with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to discharge, and doesn't know how best he's going to discharge his amana. That's a salah. So you cannot make salah on a qadwa. That is good. You have to make it, but it's not beneficial. So what is our take in here? What is our take on that? Exactly. But if you miss it, do you have to make it in qadwa for it? Yes. Are you okay now? Mashallah. You go into market, you want to buy the best of item. You go there, almost the item that you want to buy is already shopped out. but you still need it. You want to settle for just a mediocre standard thing. What do? You pick it, but it's still not satisfactory to you. So that's what it is. As one is making solar of Qadar. Tape, you can continue. Wallahi tanaffalu. Stop there. What does it mean? Wallahi tanaffalu man alayhi qadwa. Yes. Now, here you are talking about qadwa. This qadwa runs through what? The obligatory salawat, right? So once you have qadwa, you have no business in trying to make nafla. Namely nafla. Like what? Like dua. Like dua. That is mu'akeda. But it is coming. It's coming. There are some sunnahs that you have to do, like witr. No, you have to do them. So witr is exceptional. Exceptional. But ordinary, we're talking about nawafil mutlaqa, those optional, ordinary nawafil. Some people make a lot of nawafil now, and then you have qada to make. No, qada takes precedence of all those over those nawafil now. So these are the things. وَلَا يَتَنَفَلْ مَنْ عَلِ الْقَضَاء. If you have to make qada, don't make nafila. Yes, go on. وَلَا يُصَلِي duha. You don't make duha either at the time, unless you have finished those qada. And then, this is amazing too. وَلَا قِيَامَ Ramadan. What do you understand? Allahu Akbar. We can make Masood. Tarawih. And assume the qadwa that you have is Isha. So Tarawih and Isha, which is more powerful? Isha, of course. Even though the Isha is qadwa, but it's still powerful in grade category. It comes no near. It cannot, and it fails in comparison to what? To Isha and in Ramadan in terms of Tarawih. Now, so that is the opinion here. Rahimahullah al-Mu'alif. Now, wala yajuzu lahu illa as istisna, right? Except what? Shafr. The shafr is so powerful, you don't leave it. Shafr is not obligatory, but you don't leave it either. Now, mu'akada jida jina. Now, 12. Well, witr, that's right. Well, fajr, and then what are the idal? The two eats. Because the two eats, just look at it. They occur once in a year. Both Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha, they occur once in a year. So you have to do them. It doesn't matter. You can do them, still go ahead and do your qadwa now. You can do it, no problem. You can do it, no problem. Yes. What will khusuf? The eclipse. Now, okay. Well, Siska, rainfall. Go on. Very good. That's good. Now, so what's the meaning? Safe. What's the meaning? ويجوز Who? Who makes what? Who missed the salah? That's right. That's right. If they start with, if they are the same salah, if they are going to make the same salah, if, for example, both, if they are going to make the same salah, for example, both of them, you come to a people, they are a group of people, all of them missed, say, Asr. They can make Jama'ah for Asr. Because they are going to make the same Salah. So it's possible they can make, it's okay for them. A Jews, they can make it. Have you ever heard this before? Because you are good people. You don't push Salah. You don't owe Salah, right? But there are some people, they owe Salah. So this scenario is okay. These are assumptions by Fuqaha. Jazahumullah khaira. These are presumptions. It can okay. Subhanallah. There are some people, they may face these problems. So what do? We have to have some law taken from the Quran and the Sunnah just to protect them and guide them to that which can please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, so they can make what? This qadwa in Jama'ah. It is allowed. That's good. Now, what does it mean? Any doubt. This is interesting. This should not happen to any one of us. There are some people, for what reason or another, they try to take time off Salah. They go over time. They leave Salah maybe days not making Salah. And only after some time they show up again. And then during this period, if you don't know, those who are around him may not even know whether he is still a Muslim, he makes Salah. But when he dies, you come and knock on Uqbah to tell Uqbah to make janazah for him. You don't know. It is happening. People neglect Salah for such a protracted time. And then sometimes they choose to start Salah again. But they go to Salah. Now, during the time they left the Salah, the time they want to renew their Salah, they have to make those Salah. Are we okay? Again, this Malikiya, you have to pay, you have to make up for those Salah. Now, he may be able to recollect some of the days, he may not be able to recollect some of the days. So he's not sure whether it was 30 days, 7 days, 10 days, 40 days. But, so what will he be doing? He should be making the Salah, keep making the Salah until the what? In his heart, that I've made the Salah enough. Enough is enough. Now you say enough is enough. Who made it enough? You make it. You put yourself into this what? A predicament. Now, so enough is enough. Once you say enough is enough, Alhamdulillah, Allah will forgive you. Right? That's what it means. Has it ever happened to you before? No, but it happens, and it can happen. You keep making the Salah, until you get to a point that I'm not satisfied. I cannot do more than this. Hopefully, Allah will forgive me, and then you stop. That's okay. Yes.
So what is
Go on. Cool it. Go on.
for those that carry the opinion that the person should just make istighfar and then continue to pray?
This is one opinion.
What is their justification for that?
That people make mistakes, and it may be difficult for them to recollect all of this. So it is a mistake and a sin when you have sinned, what do? That's right. That's what they consider. It's like somebody who, astaghfirullah, he committed, say, alcohol drinking. He drinks alcohol. He drank alcohol. And if you drink alcohol, what ought to be done to you? Huh? That's right. Lashes, how many times? Others say 20, at least, let's say 20. You are wicked. Say 20, 40 times. That's a lot. Maybe 20. We will give you 20. Last time, 20. But who administers this lashing on him or to him? Where is he? Where is the card? Does that mean that since he's not lashed, he's not spanked, that's it? He gets away with it? you don't get away with the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what should he do under this circumstance? Make tawbah. That's what we are talking about. Make tawbah. That is their need. You make tawbah. Ask Allah for forgiveness. And not to come out and say to people and advertise, broadcast that I did drink 10 bottles of schnapps and whiskey and what have you. Don't say these things, right? Quietly conceal your act and then say, make tawbah. And Allah will forgive you. That's what is happening here. That's the evidence. No. But if you are strong enough, you go to someone like Abdul Karim, who has authority, bring you here, right in front of the parking lot, and then we spank you. Abdul Karim can do that. We can do that. And that is the best. That's the best thing. We have seen that before. Now, so we pray you don't do that. Now, so yes, when you commit such a heinous crime, it's a sin. You have to make tawbah for it, even though the public prescribed punishment is not lashed on you, and also salah, you don't take time out of salah. You have to make salah at times, and when you take out time out of the salah at the time, you can hardly be said to be a Muslim, because al-farq yani you are a tariq salah, and so you may be even branded. You can be branded as what as a non-Muslim, because the difference between us and those who are disbelievers is what? That they don't make salah. They don't make salah. Now, so when at the time that you don't make salah, can you be considered as a Muslim? You don't make salah. That's the very first thing. Now, so the practical manifestation of aqidah is what? Salah. Because of first and foremost, the la ilaha tawheed. Now, we all know, right? That's nani shahadateen. But this is matter of faith in your heart, and then you say it, you are Muslim, you believe in your heart there's no deity worthy of worship but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Prophet Muhammad was his messenger. And then what? The first practical action is what? Salah. It's at the head of it all. Now, and أول ما يحاسب به العبد يوم القيامة الصلاة. Until such a point that if salah is that وجدت تامة قبلت وسائل عمله وإن وجدت ناقصة يعني ردت وسائل عمله وهكذا. So that salah we cannot play with it. So when you leave it out, then it is still in your dhimma, because we say that أول ما يجب على المكلف. So that you cannot get away with your dhimma. You cannot do justice to it unless, of course, what you make up for this obligation. So you cannot talk of any obligation other than shahada more serious than what? As-salah. May Allah make this one of first, inshallah. I think we have to close here. بالحديث البقية إن شاء الله. صلى الله على نبينا محمد عليه وصحبه وسلم. سبحانك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. وياكم. Yes, sir.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا